Hello, I am Pamela. For our Asbury ID211 final project, each student is required to record a video evaluating the Web 2.02 that was evaluated in Week 8 discussion forum. The Web 2.02 I chose to evaluate is GoAnimate. I selected this tool because I used it about 5 years ago, but I found it somewhat buggy, so I discontinued use, but have always been intrigued by its potential. And when I saw all the current options, I had to take another look. I strongly believe in using avatars and animated characters in e-learning, especially for what I have to do when it comes to designing scenarios. As I mentioned in my discussion post for Week 8, Dr. Byron Reeves of Stanford University for the Study of Language and Information, he released a report called The Benefits of Interactive Online Characters. This report has been used by instructional designers and course developers around the world to explain the impact of incorporating avatars and animated characters in e-learning. The report listed 10 benefits of character interfaces. So now that we understand why it is important to use avatars or animated characters in our e-learning, let's look at GoAnimate. First, we want to examine the prices. You may pause the video to see the differences between the three prices that's offered by GoAnimate. There's a Go Publish, Go Premium, and Go Team. Now, I do want to mention that GoAnimate offers significant discounted rates for school teachers and college instructors. Now, I believe if a school system can afford this, then it would be really well worth it for teachers to integrate this into the classroom. Now, just be aware that what you get with the GoAnimate for school is not going to include everything that you get up under the business package. And you cannot remove the logo, and the highest resolution is 480p. Now, one of the major benefits that I see in using this tool is that any novice creating an animated video can immediately jump in and start effectively creating animated scenarios and other e-learning animations without any training in animation. So that's really a huge plus. Now, of course, it can also be used to interject energy into your live on-site trainings as well. GoAnimate's motto is, "We provide the tools, styles, and array of assets, even many for a wide range of industries and occupations, so you can focus on the story." Pretty cool, huh? There are numerous templates, graphics, and customizable characters, so with just a few clicks of the mouse, you can definitely reduce your production time. You can quickly add and change scenes and assets. It even has an automatic lip syncing, animated infographics, plus you can import your own media. Now that's really good. Then you can publish it to YouTube, your own website, or you can download it on your computer, as an MP4 or whatever format you choose, and upload it wherever you desire, even into your LMS. That is really great. Now let's look at the challenges. One of the challenges of using this tool for me is that it is 100% web-based. There is no offline editing option. For time's sake, I'm not going to verbalize the internet issues millions in America experience. You may pause the video to read what I've included on your screen. Another long-term challenge for me as a business owner using GoAnimate is the cost. At first glance, it may appear, hey, this is pretty reasonable, but the cost is astronomical over time. GoAnimate is 100% subscription-based. Therefore, this tool never leaves your budget. The ongoing cost is just way too steep. Also, if we are designing for a product for a third party, each animated video created using GoAnimate, it requires us to pay an additional $79 per video. So each time we use an animation, we would have to pay an additional $79 if we're using it for a client. What that means is that if we create a 6-hour course for a client and then we use 20 GoAnimate animations within that product, we would incur an additional $1,580 fee from GoAnimate. Now, of course, I do have the option to use GoAnimate only for non-client projects. Okay, now let's talk copyright. The great thing about GoAnimate, unlike some other tools that you may purchase, is that you own what you produce. There are no royalty fees, but there are some stipulations, especially applicable to me since we make advertisement for some of our clients. To save time, I have prepared a screenshot of the copyright issues that you need to be aware of when using GoAnimate. You may pause the video to read them. So what is my verdict pertaining to GoAnimate? GoAnimate is a great tool to have in your arsenal. I do want to stress that although it advertises that you can make your first video in 5 minutes, it will take you hours to create a unique quality video to use in your training. For me, as it stands today, I am really more apt to use animation software such as Poser Pro, which offers for a one-time fee of only $500, or any number of other animation software that we do use that have a perpetual license instead of a never-ending subscription fee like GoAnimate. However, for school teachers and college instructors, I believe GoAnimate is well worth using. But for me as a business owner, I do not think it would be a wise investment because there are just too many other options out there for us to use. Okay, let's say you say, I want GoAnimate. What do I need? So what do you need to use GoAnimate? All you really need is just a good, reliable internet connection. You can use a Mac or a PC. You need to make sure you have a supported browser that has the latest of Adobe Flash plugin installed. Right now, the accepted browsers are, you have Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Internet Explorer. All right, now let's briefly look at some basic tips on how to use this great animation tool. The first thing you need to do is to go to the website, and that's at www.goanimate.com. And what you would do is you would create an account by registering with your email and create a password. Then you're going to sign up for the free 14-day trial to see if you really like it or not. Now, I've already registered and signed up for the trial, so let's see how easy it is to use GoAnimate. First thing we need to do is click on Make Video. You are taken to another page where you will create your video. Now, if this is your first time using GoAnimate, you may not be comfortable playing around with it yet, and you say, hey, I need a quick tutorial. Fantastic, they offered it. All thing you need to do is just click on Watch Tutorial. All right, now for us, let's just dive in. Okay, let's see what our options are. The first thing we see is Select Theme. Now, because I'm registered under the business package, my default theme is business friendly. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute how to select some other things. When I scroll down, I see all these other cool options such as Whiteboard Animation. Now, if you are looking for another creative way to produce an intro or outro slide for your e-learning or live class, you may enjoy GoAnimate's Whiteboard Animation, especially if you don't already subscribe to VideoScribe. The other options include video infographics, which we know that's just a hot thing right now, doing video infographics. And then there's Common Craft. Just be aware that Common Craft is an additional $59 a year. Check this out. If you have a Go Premium or Go Team account, GoAnimate is currently beta testing an option that allows you to import your own PowerPoint, which GoAnimate will then convert your slides into scenes. I love it. I played around with it. It is really great. Okay, now let's quickly do a walkthrough on using GoAnimate. I will be doing a scene. Notice next to the select button, there is a small image of a person. When you click on that, it would allow you to customize a character. You can create your own avatar, but we're not going to be doing that today. So let's keep moving. Let's get started. Click select. It opens to GoAnimate's most popular scene already in the timeline. So the first thing I do is I'm going to clear it by scrolling down to the timeline and clicking on the scene, then select and clear from the drop down options. Now, when I'm working, I like to use my entire screen. So I'm going to close this advertisement over here to the right that pops up every time you select make a video. So I'm going to close it just by clicking on the X. Now, in order for me to see all the theme template options, I'm going to need to click on this drop down at the top next to the theme name, and then I'll click on search all themes. We're going to do a very quick one. What we're going to do right now is just a very quick, basic, no editing or anything. Let's say you had to prepare a training on the ever popular carrot versus stick. Now, I already know that typing in carrot versus stick only results in 2 templates. So what I'm going to do, because I know that this training is primarily about what motivates you, I'm going to type in motivation. When I do that, 8 templates appear. Now I am going to select just a few slides to add to our timeline. When I double click on a slide, it is placed into my timeline. Your timeline is what is going to appear in your video. For each following slide, you can drag and drop it there, or you can just go to the timeline and select add, because if you double clicked on it, then you will replace the previous slide. So that's not what you want to do. Now, normally you should be able to just click preview and see what your video looks like up to this point. But since I've been using it over the past few days, the results have really just been sporadic. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So let's just click save. Give your animation a title. Add tags for easy searching if you desire. Put a description in there if you want to. Select if you want the animation saved as a draft. Now, if you save it as a draft, only you will see it. You can select private, and that's only for those who invite or those who have a link, they can view it. Now, if you select public, that means that your video will be indexed by the search engines, and anybody who visits GoAnimate will have access to your video. Okay, now let's click save and close. Now, that is how you create an animated video within their advertised 5 minutes. You do no tweaking, no customization. But what if I do not want my videos to look like everyone else's, or I'm creating an e-learning scenario? Then of course tweaking is going to be necessary. Okay, now that we have the basic steps down, let's look at a very abbreviated version of the basic steps in making a more customized animation. This is going to be minimized customization. First thing we need to do, once again, is to click on make a video. Then we're going to click select. Once again, we're going to clear our timeline. We're going to again go over to the right and close down the advertisement. This time, let's do an intro animation for a training agenda. Now, I could type in training, but that's really too broad for this short how-to. So let's type in the word agenda in the search option so we can quickly get to where we're going. We see there are 2 options there for us. So we're going to double click on the template that we want to add to the timeline. The really cool thing about this is that GoAnimate has quite a few customization options. When we click the scene, it opens up several options for us. You can change the scene duration. That means the length of the scene. You can swap the background by clicking swap background, and that way we can change the backdrops. If you selected a scene and you decide, well, I really don't like that, the only thing you need to do is just, if you want to go back to the original, just click undo. Depending on how many scenes you changed, you just keep doing undo till you get to the one that you want to go back to. If you wanted to add a voice narration, all thing you need to do is just click on narration. You can add voice by recording it within GoAnimate microphone. You can upload a pre-recorded one. You can also use GoAnimate's text-to-speech option. When I click on text-to-speech, it's going to open up a screen where I can type up to 180 characters of what I want spoken. Then all I need to do is just select the voice style. Do I want a male or female? You notice that there are various language options as well. You can select which language you want, be it Spanish, Germany, and so forth. But today we're not going to do any of that. I just want to show you that there's an option. When we get back into the screen, you will also notice that there's an advertisement icons of voice binding and by voice, where you can purchase professional voice services if you so desire. Okay, now let's play around a little bit. First, let's customize the title. All you can do is just click on it once. You can change the fonts. You can also change the font size and change the alignment from left to center to right. You can also change the text color, the background color. Let's change the title to Avoiding Burnout Training Agenda. Now let's change the bullets. The first bullet we're going to add is define burnout. The next one's codependence. Then let's add the cycle of burnout. We would add a couple of more, such as signs of burnout, avoiding burnout, and time management, simply by shifting the bullets up. But to expedite this video, let's now look at changing one of the characters. Just click on the asset or character that you want to change. You'll notice that when you click on it, there's a green outline. This helps you to know that you have selected this particular character. Under the search selection, you have a lot of options for your characters. What we want to do is to swap a character. As I said before, you have all types of options. So just play around and familiarize yourself until you find what you're looking for. But to fast forward, let's just click Jobs and Workplace and select the character that I'm looking for. Alright, I think we're done. There's just so much more, but I really just wanted to do a quick demo. Before we save this, you have an option of choosing what quality that you want. Alright, let's just save it, and that is it. So don't hesitate to check out GoAnimate. You may find it is a perfect fit for you. If nothing else, it is definitely fun to work with. Video clip is my example of one scene to show how I customized an animation in GoAnimate that I would use to present learners one of the scenarios that I teach.